remember? So here again, Marsyas is being flayed by Apollo because he dared to compete with a god, and especially the god of music. Again, a very nice depiction of the competition. On the left-hand side, you have Apollo, the divine god of music. On the right-hand side, you have Marsyas, who is a satyr. And in the middle, guess who? Midas. Take a look at his ears. Already he has been given ass ears to be able to distinguish divine and earthly music. Again, this comes from a medieval manuscript. The figure on the left-hand side is Apollo. His face has been depicted as the sun, you see. On the bottom right-hand corner, you see Midas with his ass ears. This is the representation of Asclepius. It's a very typical representation. Asclepius is also one of the classical authorities on medicine. Take a look at his staff. Around his staff is entwined a snake. The snake is still today the emblem of medicine and pharmacy. If you travel to the Aegean, there is a city named after him, Asclepion, where there were healing places. They used to treat illnesses with water, the sound of water, and other medications. So it is one of the earliest hospitals according to definition. Again, Asclepius. Yes, this comes from Bergama. In Bergama, there was a specific school of sculpture which was extremely developed, and this is a sample of their sculptures. This is Asclepius himself. Asclepius and Hygeia, the standing figure, is one of the offsprings of Asclepius. She is also holding a snake in her hand because she is also one of the deities associated with medicine, hygiene. This is an early representation of people coming, making offerings to Asclepius, the great authority of medicine. This is again Hygeia. She's holding a snake in her hand. Yes, for art lovers, this is Klimt's version of Hygeia. She's holding a snake in her hand, and she's getting some kind of healing potion from the snake. In her other hand, she's holding a cup-like thing. Again, Klimt. You see Hygeia in the bottom. Artemis, the modern painter, has put down all the emblems there. These are the hounds, Taza. They are specifically good in running and hunting. They are sacred to her. She's carrying all her emblems. Take a look at her short dress. The bow is there. The arrows are in her quiver. On her forehead you can see the moon, since she is the crescent, the moon goddess. Again, a very typical representation, the short tunic. She is drawing one of the arrows from her quiver, and she is accompanied by a hind. This is by Rembrandt. You can easily guess that it is Rembrandt. He likes his women fat. She's again stringing her bow, In the background you see the quiver, and at her feet lies the deer she has already shot. She is the huntress goddess. A Renaissance depiction. Again, all the emblems are there. This is the Artemis of Ephesus. Those of you, has anyone been to Ephesus by any chance? Good, at least. Yes. This Artemis is also the goddess of fertility and fecundity. And this is a very typical representation of the one at Ephesus. Well, the head is missing, but still. On the right-hand side, we have Artemis of Ephesus. We see many breasts. This is again an emblem of fertility. And then you see the depiction of many animals, both domestic and wild, on her body. Remember, she is their protector. And on the left-hand side, we see, yes, full picture. We see the more Greek version of Artemis. The figure on the right-hand side is Artemis. She's holding a torch in her hand. Remember, she is the goddess of light. She is the goddess of the moon. At her back, you see her quiver again. The hunt of Artemis or Diana. Her followers are all chaste virgins. Those who are not virgins cannot accompany her. This is a representation of one of the Amazons. They are warrior women, but the followers of Artemis. Again, this is a beautiful sculpture of Artemis. She is rarely depicted nude, but in this one we see her nude. Still, you can identify her from her emblems. This is from the pack of cards. Artemis again, you see at least 2 or 3 of the emblems. Here again, Artemis. Take a look at her. She wears the crescent on her head because she is the moon goddess. This is the full picture. A hunt scene with her follower. And this is from a book which I love. It is called Art's Afterpieces, not Masterpieces. There's a sense of humor. The artist has added roller skates to Artemis, which is very much in keeping with her energetic, lively, sportsmanly, and tomboyish nature. This is the story of Otus and Ephialtes. They want to ravish Diana. She changes into a white hind, and when trying to capture her, the twins kill each other. This is the unfortunate story of Actaeon. He didn't do anything wrong knowingly, but even the accident cannot be tolerated. He is changed into a beast, and his dogs, not recognizing him, tear him into pieces. Again, the story of Actaeon and Artemis. On the right-hand side, you see Actaeon, the mortal hunter, being torn into pieces by his own dogs. Yes. Here again, in this drawing, we see accidentally Actaeon walking on to the bathing place of Artemis, and he has already been changed partially into a hind, and his dogs are going to tear him into pieces in a little while. Again, the unfortunate accident of Actaeon. We see Artemis seated on the right-hand side. She's wearing the crescent on her head. This is a close-up of the same scene. Actaeon on the left-hand side, we see Actaeon being changed into a hind. On the right-hand side, we have the myth of Sisyphus. Since he sins against the gods, he has to roll a rock uphill. When he reaches the top, it rolls back again. He is also one of those who has been stuck in Tartarus forever. Take a look at the surrounding of the plate. On the right-hand side, you see Actaeon, half beast, half human. And on the left-hand side, you see Artemis bathing with her companions. Again, on the left-hand side, Actaeon is being torn into pieces by his own hounds. Again, the same story. On the left-hand side, the fully dressed figure is Actaeon. If you look carefully, you can see the two tiny horns or antlers protruding from his forehead. Yes, these are the Amazons, the very skillful warriors, woman warriors. Again, we see the Amazons. A single Amazon. One of the breasts has been exposed. Okay, this is the next figure we're going to talk about. This is Hermes. Okay, let's stop there after talking.